On February 17, 2025, a routine flight from Minneapolis to Toronto turned into a nightmare for the 84 souls on board Delta Connection Flight 4819. Operated by Endeavour Air, the Bombardier CRJ-900 aircraft departed Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport at 11:10 a.m. CST, carrying a mix of business travelers, families and tourists, all eager to reach their destination. As the plane approached Toronto Pearson International Airport, a sense of unease began to creep in as passengers peered out the windows at the snow-covered landscape below. At approximately 2:15 p.m. local time, the aircraft commenced its final descent into Toronto, the bustling metropolis bracing itself for a winter storm. The runway, slick with ice and buffeted by strong winds, presented a formidable challenge to even the most seasoned pilots.
I braced myself for a difficult landing.
As the plane touched down on runway 24R, a sudden and violent jolt shook the cabin, tossing passengers from their seats. The aircraft, instead of smoothly decelerating, veered sharply to the left, its tires struggling for grip on the treacherous surface. Chaos erupted within the confines of the cabin as the plane careened out of control, the sickening screech of metal against ice filling the air.
It felt like we hit a patch of ice. The plane just started spinning and then everything went dark.
People were screaming, the lights flickered, and then we came to a crashing halt. It was terrifying.
We followed all standard procedures, but the aircraft did not respond as expected. Our priority was the safety of our passengers, and we are thankful that everyone survived.
Amid the pandemonium, the flight crew's training kicked in. Flight attendant Rachel Foster, her voice calm despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins, immediately initiated evacuation protocols.
Our primary focus was getting everyone off the plane as quickly and safely as possible. We were trained for situations like this, but nothing can truly prepare you for the real thing.
As the dust settled and the reality of the situation sunk in, a wave of relief washed over the survivors. They had cheated death, but the ordeal was far from over. First responders, alerted to the emergency even before the plane came to a stop, arrived at the crash site within minutes, their sirens wailing a symphony of urgency. Firefighters, paramedics, and airport personnel swarmed the overturned aircraft, their movements a well-rehearsed ballet of efficiency. The evacuation, aided by the flight crew's quick thinking and the passengers' remarkable composure, proceeded swiftly. One by one, survivors emerged from the mangled wreckage, some with minor injuries, others visibly shaken but miraculously alive. 18 passengers sustained injuries, with 3 listed in critical condition. The most common injuries were bruises and sprains, a testament to the aircraft's robust design and the effectiveness of the evacuation.
We are treating a number of patients with varying degrees of injury. Our team is working tirelessly to provide the best possible care.
As the injured were transported to nearby hospitals, the focus shifted to the investigation, the search for answers now paramount. Section 4. Unraveling the Pieces, Investigations and the Search for Answers. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada and the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board, along with representatives from Delta Airlines, Bombardier, and other relevant agencies, launched independent investigations into the cause of the crash. The wreckage, a mangled testament to the unforgiving nature of aviation accidents, was cordoned off, a crime scene where every piece of debris held a potential clue. Preliminary findings pointed to a perfect storm of factors that contributed to the crash. The icy runway conditions, coupled with the strong winds, created a hazardous landing environment, pushing the aircraft to its limits. Pilot response to the unexpected turbulence upon touchdown was also being scrutinized, as was the possibility of mechanical issues. The investigation, a painstaking process of piecing together the events leading up to the crash, was expected to take months, if not years, to complete. Data recorders, the black boxes that held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the flight's final moments, were recovered and sent for analysis. Section 5. Lessons from the ice implications for aviation, safety and the future. As the world watched the drama unfold in Toronto, a renewed focus on aviation safety emerged. Experts weighed in, offering their insights and recommendations for preventing similar incidents in the future.
We need to ensure that pilots have the most up-to-date information on runway conditions.
Mark Davidson, a seasoned aviation analyst, stressed the need for better de-icing procedures and real-time runway condition monitoring.
Training should simulate these challenging conditions.
Linda Carter, a former NTSB investigator, suggested a reassessment of extreme weather preparations and enhanced pilot training for icy landings. Pilots need to be prepared for the worst-case scenario, she stated. The crash served as a stark reminder of the inherent risks associated with air travel and the crucial role that safety regulations and technological advancements play in mitigating those risks. The Delta Flight 4819 crash, while a harrowing ordeal for all involved, highlighted the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of preparedness in the face of adversity. The industry as a whole had a responsibility to learn from this incident, to implement necessary safety improvements, and to ensure that the skies remained a safe passage for all.